What's going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Tuesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, J.J. McCarthy is not only quarterback one for the Vikings, he is quarterback one in our hats. Right, so he teamed up with Josh Little J and went to OG Pizza here in the great Twin Cities and distributed food to the homeless. Now, love stuff like this. Love when people pay it forward. And I know that people criticize it's like, well, just do good things and then don't have to film it. Well, first off, so social media is just like a cesspool of negativity. But so if you see something nice, it's kind of nice. Right. And also, this does inspire people to do good in their own lives. And now, do they necessarily have to film it for clout? Sure. But like I said, like just putting good content out there and having people, learn from it and have some positivity in their own lives for a freaking change. I mean, of course, we're cynical. Right. So everyone's just like, oh, we're just doing it for clout. Shut up. But J.J. McCarthy getting involved here, distributing what? Oh, by the way, OG Zaza, it's fantastic, man. So they do a Connecticut style pizza, so like the super thin, crispy, almost like burnt, but in a good way, crust on the outside. It's fantastic, man. There are a lot of people that will ride or die with Connecticut, New Haven style pizza. Like they will fight you versus New York, versus Detroit, versus Chicago, all that stuff. So it's really fantastic. Plus, J.J. McCarthy, he's just a good dude. You know what I mean? Also, J.J. losing those 20 pounds after surgery and rehab, maybe a couple of pizzas before OTAs. We'll do that. Speaking of someone who put on weight, hey, remember when Brian O'Neill was undersized and he did like that 6,000 calorie a day diet stuff, man? Because so first off, it's really easy to eat 6,000 bad calories. It's really tough to eat 6,000 clean calories. Just chicken, rice, broccoli flour, shakes. Anyways, Vikings. Brian O'Neill been named to the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl games. He will replace Eagles tackle Lane Johnson. And O'Neill should have been in on the first vote. But, the Pro Bowl, kind of a lot like All-Pro, really is name recognition. So Lane Johnson was in, Wirfs was in, Penei Sewell was in. So there you go. But O'Neill, second Pro Bowl. Now it gives the Vikings 7 Pro Bowlers in the Pro Bowl games. But wish that they weren't playing this week, but it is what it is, right? Also, so this is what thought we had. Well, we had this thought during the divisional round, but also the title game Sunday, right? So, number one lesson from the playoffs: Vikings need to get back to having big, mean bastards along both lines. Sick of getting pushed around in the trenches. I mean, this is the franchise of the Purple People Eaters. This is the franchise of the Williams Wall. You want us on that wall. You need us on that wall. Oh, by the way, the whole Star Caps lawsuit, that's still going on. It's probably not true, but that'd be hilarious. Also, I mean, some of those prime Zimmer defenses, man. Linval Joseph, just man in the middle. Love it, man. Honestly, just getting back to having an immovable nose tackle is going to be a major part of it, right? And offensive line will get itself figured out, but I just want that defense that can travel. I just want that Dexter Lawrence type nose tackle that can just dominate, that can just press the pocket and is a problem on every single snap. And that guy in this draft, besides Tyreek Williams, Deone Walker from Kentucky, I'm all in. If he's there at 24, snap. Just get him, man. Right? And here's what's great too. At Kentucky, he was listed at 6'6", but he's actually 6'7". So he is massive. He is 340. He's got huge hands. He's got long arms, huge wingspan, and he is going to get after things and is going to be a 3-down player in the National Football League. He racked up and stacked up 7.5 sacks in 2023. Production-wise, his sack totals went down, but we've always expressed on here that sacks are a little bit of puck luck. But he's great at getting pressure. He's great at collapsing the pocket. He also has just a great read on things. Plus, he's position versatile. Like, not only is he a nose tackle, but he's lined up at 3-tech, 4-tech. They had him lined up at defensive end at times in 2023, and he's just a menace, and he's just unblockable. And now, sometimes players can come in on the line and they could be like, they're too tall, but he plays with great leverage, and obviously the strength is there, and it's just, mama, I need him. I need him so bad, just considering what the Lions can do on the ground, considering what teams have done to the Vikings. Even though, the Vikings were fourth against the run, seems like a little bit of a mirage in it, because unless I completely memory hold these things, it seemed like when other teams needed to run the ball late in games, they were able to, right? And having Walker in there, just we need to get back to having size. We need to be back to being mean. We need to be back to the purple people eaters. That's right. Also, running game wise, so I love me some Caleb Johnson. I love me a bunch of the running backs in this class, but I just feel like we need a hammer. Lightning is great. Love Lightning at the running back position, but we need some knuckles as opposed to just Sonic, right? And Ollie Gordon is certainly that. Now, what's interesting is that Gordon, coming into the 2024 season, was widely seen as potentially the first running back taken. Had a bit of a down season this year, but he's 6'1", he's 233, he brings the hammer, and I think that he will be really interesting. Plus, given the down season in 2024, well, that's because he set the bar so high in 2023 with 1,700 yards, 6.1 yards per carry, and 21 touchdowns. But is he going to be a two-down guy only in the National Football League? Probably, right? But can he be a great running back two in conjunction with a great running back one? Yes, I absolutely think that he can. And even though you're looking at Saquon out there, the bell cow running back really is not a thing anymore. I think that teams are going to trend a lot more towards the whole Sonic and Knuckles type setup. And Ollie Gordon is going to be available day 3, mid to late day 3, and I think that the Vikings could definitely find some value in that spot. But they won't be able to run the ball unless they get the offensive line fixed. So here's an eye-opening stat for me. Vikes fan page. The Vikings allowed the highest interior pressure rate, 18.8% in the NFL last season, according to PFF. Minnesota needs to fix this ongoing issue in the offseason. And it was part of the article that we talked about yesterday where Kevin Zeitler is seen as a best landing spot here with the Vikings, even though he is up there in age. He's not the long-term solution, but they got to do something, right? And all the experiments with Reisner and Brandel and Bradbury, I mean, just get dudes. I mean, that's why I'm advocating for Mekhi Becton. That's why I'm advocating for Zeitler. That's why I'm advocating for Trey Smith. Just pay him the money. You have the money. You know what you have to do. Just go fix it, right? So not only should and could the Vikings be able to run the ball when they have to, but also protecting J.J. McCarthy, making sure that no one F's with him, and just get good to go. That's what you need, man. Also something I need. I didn't know I need this more than the air that I breathe. So Za'Darius Smith, he's very good at holding grudges, right? And he's doing the whole NFC North tour, the Packers, then a year with the Vikings, and then he decided to move, and then the Lions and all that stuff. But Za'Darius Smith posting the ring before the ring on his Instagram. Lions Super Bowl coming next year. So first off, the Lions Super Bowl window is closed. Just the brain drain is going to be too much for Diamond Dan Campbell. But I love that Za'Darius made himself a fake Super Bowl ring. I mean, this looks like, first off, it doesn't look like diamonds. Second of all, this looks like something straight out of the Jostens catalog. Like, this is the type of ring that kids get when they graduate from high school, right? And the best part is, he's posting this. It looks like a tropical location. So he's like, Cancun on 3, my fake Super Bowl ring. This is quite possibly the most Za'Darius thing to ever happen. And I love that, the earth has been around for billions upon billions of years, and it's going to be around for billions upon billions more. I'm just glad that my 97, 98-year-old lifespan was during this time when I saw Za'Darius Smith's fake Super Bowl ring. It's great. Do you think he wears it just out? Because Za'Darius ain't never won a Super Bowl in his career, but do you think he wears it just out? Like, Za'Darius Smith, come to the Detroit Mall for Za'Darius Smith autographs in like 20 years. Za'Darius is just wearing that ring. Lions are coming off of a 0-18 season. It's funny, man. Also, so Jordan Addison's 23rd birthday went down yesterday. Happy belated birthday to number 3. And I'm really hoping that Addison has a mistake-free offseason, right? And yes, he is young. Yes, he's made mistakes. But I actually feel like there's a palpable maturing of Addison this season. I think that he really grew into the offense as well as his role. I mean, as a rookie, you don't know what you don't know. But year 2, I feel like he definitely got into things, as well as I think Jefferson, really developed into a mentor for Addison. And I think Addison, after his mistakes, after getting a little bit older, I think that he definitely is open to mentorship. So I think that's why Jefferson and Addison are going to be one of the best duos in the National Football League. Plus, both are under contract for the next 4 years. If you include Addison's fifth-year option, or excuse me, next 3 years, if you include Addison's fifth-year option. So, his DUI case is going to get adjudicated, and he's going to have a 3-game suspension at some point in 2025. So, take your lumps and just keep grinding, keep working. That's never an issue with Jordan Addison, and I think that he is going to be a star in his own right in the National Football League. And hopefully, with age comes maturity and really great talent. He's got a great family around him. His pops is fantastic too. By the way, Sylvie cameo. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Tuesday, Vikings news dump. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.